right, good morning, everybody. Here for our last game of the weekend. Good weekend so far. Boys are 4-0 up against Compuware AAA this morning. We played them, I think, once last season, lost by 2, I believe. Not yet played in this season. Starting lineup, we'll have Rig Harris back in net. We'll have Nixon Luke, Brighton Russo at wing, Holden Gentner at center, George Bomer at D, Jack Hubbard at D. Nope, actually Bomer and Hubbard go off. We'll start with Luke Wolf and Jace Elton back in D. Face-off win to Compuware, and that is offsides. Gets dumped in. Quick shot from wide that Harris is able to stop. Puck's into the zone with Compuware with possession and contact back behind the net. No penalty. Compuware brings it in. And Bomer comes up with it and sends it up the boards. Russo's side, dumped back deep again behind the net. And back behind the net and sent up the boards. And sent down. We'll probably get an icing, and we did. All right, we'll bring in Wolf and Albert at D. We'll have Myers, Cones, and Wojciech up front. Sent down for another icing. All right, same lines. I think Compuware's won every face-off so far, so they've been pretty good with kind of maintaining possession once they get it. We've had to just kind of resort to clearing it out when we can. It's been hard for us to break out so far. Our first decent breakout here of the game. Cones will get it deep, we'll get a change. Myers is down low, pressuring. And Bomer will go back with it. He's going to look for a pass. And sends it up into the zone. Goes behind the net, and Up to Cherokee. And into the neutral zone. So we've got Luchansky, Cherokee signs up front, Bomer and Wolf back at D. And Harris stops that. All right, we'll get a line change here. We'll have Lutz, Gentner, and Vukevich up front. Wolf and Albert back at D. Puck gets through traffic. Harris makes a nice stop there. Puck's down into Compuware's end. We'll get a line change. Puck kept in. Quick shot. And gets deflected high. Puck goes deep. That'll be an icing. All right, we'll have Bomer and Hubbard back at D, Cones, Myers, and Russo up front. And puck was loose down by the goaltender. They get it covered. All right, same lines. View all weekend's not been great. We've been at the same rink, same sheet of ice, and no bleachers to get elevation. Can't be right at center ice either, so just do the best we can. It's kind of tied up in the corner there. Someone lost a neck guard or something. I see something laying on the ice out there. Puck's back to Hubbard and up to Myers to Cones. Cones tries to get a shot but gets blocked. And Bomer reverses up and from Wolf and up and deep. We'll have Wolf and Albert back at D. We've got Cherokee signs and Luchansky up front. Puck's back down behind the net. And Albert will go back with it. Nice save from Harris. We'll have just one kid go to the box. I think Signs is going. They're kind of hitting each other. Refs are asking why two kids aren't going. All right, so we'll be on the penalty kill. Nope, they're putting one in. All right, it'll be offsetting 5-on-5. right, we'll have Bomer and Hubbard back at D. We'll have Wokevich, Gentner, and Lukes up front. Quick face-off win with a quick shot. That's back to Hubbard, and we'll get it deep. Lukes, up to Bomer, shot, deflects, oh man, just missed the net. Bomer's gonna step up with it, just keeps it low, and puck's still loose, still bouncing around, goes behind the net. Back up to Bomer, gets it deep. Myers, Russo, Cherokee up front, Albert and Wolf back at D. Nope, Russo's coming off. I think we've got 3 forwards already. We've got Lukes, Myers, and Combs up front. Stuck against the wall here. Compuware gets it just to the blue line, but not out. And Albert's gonna skate it up. Gets sent down. That'll almost go for icing. Yeah, it goes. All right, we get signs out of the box. All right, we'll have Bomer and Hubbard back at D. We'll have Gentner, Luchansky, and Wokevich up front. All right, we'll keep out Bomer and Hubbard at D. We'll have Lukes, Russo, and Signs up front. Comes back to Bomer, sends it over to Hubbard. with it. We get our D change out. We've got Wolf and Albert in at D. Albert keeps it in. Passing signs up to Luke's. Caruso, shot, just misses the net wide. We've got Bomer and Hubbard back in at D. We've got a couple of our forwards changing out. Nice poke there from Bomer. We've got Sorobi, Combs, and Myers up front right now. Flips it up and out of the zone. Shot from Myers, gets blocked.
Go, Matthew! Anything!
Pucks back to Bomer. Gets it up and out of the zone, up to Myers. And Myers with the backhand. We're on a change, so no rebound for us there. We've got Luchansky up front. Myers will probably go off. Gentner. We've got Wolf and Albert back at D. And we've got icing here, and puck will come back down to our side. All right, we'll have Volkevich, Gentner, Luchansky up front, Albert and Wolf back at D. Another face-off win there from Compuware. Another face-off win to Compuware. I don't know that we've won a face-off yet, which you don't really think about much, but you know it's tough with the face-offs in our zone. Up to the blue line, and we'll get it out. Volkevich has it. He's going to skate it in, and we'll get a change here. Volkevich drives to the net. Oh man, I got a nice opportunity there. Oh, nice recovery there from Hubbard. And Hubbard passes up to Luke's. Got Luke, Steins, Russo up front, Bomer and Hubbard back at D. Yeah, when that puck's along the close side boards here, I can't see anything either. And we've got either a net off or a penalty here. Oh, we've got... And two players had their helmets stuck together. And cages got tangled up there. All right. Compuware will get a few kids changed. We're going to keep our line out. Luke's, Russo, Signs with Bomer and Hubbard at D. Russo's got it. He's going to come in with some speed. And goes behind the net. We've got Albert and Wolf back at D. Nice stop there from Harris. Albert got enough stick on that to block that shot. All right, we got Combs, sends it up the ice. Russo's going to go off. Sorobi comes on. Still got Wolf and Albert back at D. We got about 10, 12 seconds left to go here in the period. One last rush here from Compuware. Oh, man. Woo. And that's... Myers is going to go on a breakaway. Compuware got lucky. We got lucky. There was a strong rush there from Compuware at the end. All right, pretty even game so far. I think Compuware is skating a little harder than we are. They kind of had a bit more possession in our zone. Quick shot off the face-off earlier leads to their one goal. Toledo's down by one going into the second. Start of the second period, we'll have Jack Hubbard at center, Hudson Srovi and Kim Cones at wing, George Bomer, Jack Hubbard back at D. Brings it in, and nice play there from Hubbard. Oh man, they're stacking two guys in the slot. All right, Cones brings it in, quick shot, and nice save from the goalie. We've got Wolf and Albert back at D. We'll have Gentner at center, Russo and Lukes at wing. From Russo, sends it back to Albert at the point. Lots of traffic, and the shot goes wide. And goalie covers it. We'll have Bomer and Hubbard at D, Signs, Wokevich, and Luchansky up front. Face-off win from Signs, using his foot. Quick shot from Bomer, low, deflected. Goalie gets that though. save there from Harris. Savage dumps it deep. They'll get a change. We've got Albert and Wolf in at D. Up front, we've got. Oh, nice block there from Cherokee. Cherokee gets it deep, and we'll go for a change. We've got Bomer and Hubbard coming in. We've got Myers, Cones, Russo up front. Still in the zone for now. And up to Russo, makes a few nice moves. Moves it at the blue line to knock off his stick. And offsides. All right, we'll have Albert and Wolf in at D, Russo, Gentner, and Luke's up front. Let's dump down deep. Chipped up out of the zone, that'll go for icing. All right, we'll have Hubbard and Bomer come in at D, Lukevich, Signs, and Luchansky up front. Harris saves it. Pucks are tied up along the boards. Bomer clears it out. And we've got a trip coming against Compuware. We'll be on the power play. We'll have Wolf and Hubbard out at D. We'll have Russo, Lukes, and Gentner up front. Gentner makes some room, gets it down to Lukes. it up to Hubbard. Back to Gentner. Nice little stick lift from Lukes. Hubbard back to Lukes. Puck movement. We've got to get some shots here though. There we go. Up to Lukes, who'll go down to the corner to chase it. Hubbard gets it up to Gentner and dumps it deep. And puck goes all the way down for an icing. We'll have Albert and Bomer back at D. Myers, Lukevich, and Signs up front. That's back to Albert. Oh, over to Bomer, keeps it in. And the penalty's going to be ending. Bomer shoot. This goes. Goes down, no icing. Bomer's back with it.
Get it, Roman! Come on. Go, Noah. All right, go, Noah. Don't lose it. Don't lose it. Go, go. Oh!
All right, Myers comes up with it. Puts it in the zone. Kept in at the blue line, and now out. Hubbard will go back with it. All right, we've got Ferovi up front, Signs up front, Gentner up front. Oh, puck's loose. Stick there from Hubbard to slow that down a bit. All right, we'll have Albert and Bomer back at D. Ferovi, Gentner. Oh, wait. I think we got Wolf and Albert back at D. Ferovi, Gentner, and Cones up front. Zoom back in for you guys. Oh, that's too much. Going for it. We've got Signs, Luke, Ferovi. Bomer and Hubbard are in at D. Bomer goes into the corner with it. into that corner, stuff the boards, and out of the zone. So with the forecheck. Back up. Signs has one little pullback with the puck, and we're offsides. All right, we will have Albert and Wolf back at D. Signs, Myers, Okevich up front. All right, Albert's back with it. It's up to Okevich and dumped in. Clausen up front, Myers, Okevich, I think I already said that, and offsides. All right, same lines except Clausen comes off, Sorobi goes on. Back to Wolf and reverses, but Compuware's there waiting. Oh man, that almost went in, and we'll just try to get it cleared out if we can. Out of the zone, but Compuware has possession. Rovio forecheck. We've got Albert and Hubbard back at D right now. And puck gets dumped deep. I'll have Albert go off. Homer come on. We've got Gentner with Sorobi and Cones up front. Definitely been a more physical game than we've had all weekend. Nothing necessarily, dangerous or no penalties or anything, but just more physical for sure. We're not used to it. Puck's in the zone. Got Signs in off the bench. Still Bowmer and Hubbard back at D. Lukes comes up with it. He's going to skate with it. All right, we'll have Albert and Wolf back at D. Minute and a half here left in this first period. Big shot. Get it cleared out. All right. Cones has it. Passes. Oh, just right behind Luke's. All right. Puck's over to Okevich. Get it deep. Back to Wolf. Albert's going to have to recover. Nice save there from Harris. Volkevich has it.
Oh my God.
Makes a nice move. Gets it deep at least. We'll get a change here. Looks back to Hubbard. And dump in deep. About 25 seconds here left to go in the first. We've got Sainz, Sorovi, and Russo up front. Hubbard and Vollmer still back at D. They got Sainz open up high, but couldn't get to him. We got about 10 seconds left to go here. And that's going to be the end of the first. Or sorry, end of the second. All right, that period was pretty even, I thought. Better than the first. That one goal that Compuware came, if anybody missed it, was in the first period. Just a quick win off the face-off, really quick shot. And other than that, it's been pretty even. All right, start of the third here coming up. All right, start of the third. We'll have Chase Elber and Luke Wolf back at D. Jack Myers at center. Thomas Volkevich at right wing and Brighton Russo at left wing. Hustle there from Myers. Get a quick shot. Puck's tied up in the close corner here. Pops free. Compuware comes up with it. Right out of the reach of Volkevich. Wolf will have it, and he's going to dump it deep. We'll have Luke's come in, Gentner come in, Sorovi come in, and Vollmer and Hubbard back at D. So when you get to this level, you know, possession is key. You know, you really want to try to maintain possession the best you can, and the easiest way to do that is by winning face-offs and kind of controlling it from there. I've not kept track, but we probably have won maybe 10 to 15%, maybe 20% of the face-offs here, with Compuware winning the other 80, 90%. So definitely just makes it harder when you're trying to get the puck away from them versus when you start out with it.
Go, get it! Get the puck!
Right, we've got Wolf and Albert back at D. Gentner comes up with it, tries to get it across to Luke's, kind of gets tied up in his jersey though. Puck kind of floating up in the air. And we'll have Compuware come back with it the other direction. That was very, very close to too many men.
Go, dude, go, go.
Bomer's in. Wolf's still in. We've got Cones, Luchansky, who comes up with it, gets it out of the zone. And Signs is the other forward. Nice forward check in there from Cones. Gets it centered. Quick shot, puck's still loose. Luchansky's shot gets blocked wide. For an icing. All right, we'll keep Bomer and Hubbard at D. We'll have Myers, Russo, Wokevich up front. Move from Myers over to Russo. Puck's loose behind the net, and Compuware is able to gain possession. Wokevich was there, keeps it in the zone initially, and it comes out. Bomer gets it across here to Russo. All right, we've got Albert and Wolf in at D. Albert reverses to Wolf. Walks out of the zone. Compuware offsides. All right, we'll have Albert and Wolf at D. We'll have Sorovi, Luke, and Kentner up front. Puck movement there from Compuware. Oh, puck's still loose. Oh, man. That's Compuware's best scoring chance in a while. And puck's dumped down. We get a hard hit along the boards, and refs allow it. All right. This game may quickly get out of hand if they're going to allow checks. I like the physicality of it. It's good for the boys. Gotta watch those hits, especially along the boards, into the boards, hits from behind. Nice work there from Luchansky to break up that shot, and he's gonna skate it in, get it deep. We get Hubbard out with Wolf. Quick pass in front of, oh man. That was one of our best scoring chances in a while. All right, we'll have Wolf and Albert back at D. Wokevich, Signs, and Luchansky up front. Wukevich dumps it in. We'll go for a change. We've got Bomer and Hubbard back at D. Sign still up front with Combs and... How is that not a 9? Must have hit one of our Cherokee players. Looked like it was sent down from Compuware and went all the way. Gets it up to Russo. Russo up to Combs. And puck's dumped deep. Homer goes back with it. It up and out of the zone. And offside. All right, we'll have Wolf and Albert back at D, Myers, Lukes, and Russo up front. That down, comes up with it, and gets it in the zone. We've got Bomer and Wolf back at D right now. That's icing. All right, we'll have Bomer and Hubbard at D. We'll have Gentner, Luchansky, and Wukevich up front. Hubbard dumps it deep into the corner. Back to Hubbard, and that's offsides. All right, same lines. Start with the Bomer and into the neutral zone. Oh man, right through Bomer's legs. We're doing pretty well with possession right now. Shot does not make it through. Back up to the blue line, another hard shot. Nice save there from Harris. And Bomer gets it up and out of the zone. No icing. We'll get a change. Back to Albert. We've got Albert and Wolf at D. We've got Signs, Cones, Russo up front. That's going to be an icing. A little less than 4 minutes left to go here in the game. Toledo's still down by 1. All right, we'll have Russo, Signs, Cones up front still. Albert and Wolf back at D. Just kept in at the blue line. So we'll get it deep. We'll get our D change out. We've got Bomer and Hubbard just coming on. And Signs comes up with it. Reverses back up into the neutral zone. Cones tries to get it over to Russo. Hits the leg pad. All right, Signs comes up with it. Over to Russo. Russo sees Bomer back at the point. Shot. Oh, man, that one almost went in. Goalie got it with his glove. All right. Compuware's going to dump it deep. I don't know if it'll go for icing. It does. All right, a little over 2.5 minutes here left to go. For those of you just watching, Compuware, 1 goal came in the first period. Just kind of a quick face-off win with a quick shot. Other than that, I think it's been pretty even. Definitely a fast, physical game, probably more so than we've had this weekend. Good experience for these boys, really. Back to Wolf and sends it up into the zone. And a good bounce from up to Wolf. Wolf goes to pass but gets blocked. All right, quick shot with a rebound. Compuware was there to bury it. 0-2 game with 2 minutes left here in the third. All right, we'll bring in Bomer and Hubbard back at D. We'll have Lukes, Myers, and Sorovi up front. Off win, knows how to play. Bomer's got it. Sends it up to Lukes. Got it. Myers goes in to help him out. It's hooked a little bit. Hubbard's got it. He's going to send it up to Lukes. And up goes behind the net. Back to Hubbard. Nice pass up to Myers. We get a penalty here. I think Connor Banks, Compuware. hit from behind. So we'll be playing with an empty net. We'll be playing 6-on-4. We got 1 minute left to play. And we've got a timeout here for Toledo. We had a cross check from behind. I couldn't see it too well, but I saw a player kind of go forward face first, not into the boards, but right in front of the boards. I think a Compuware coach just got kicked out. And another penalty. It's going to be a 6-on-3, I believe. Alright, so we'll be playing 6-on-3 here for the last minute or so. And I think Compuware took a timeout as well. We're going to have Signs, Myers, Russo, Lukes, Gentner, Bomer. All right, let's see what we can do here. If we score, we'll still be on the power play. It'll be 6-on-4 at that point. Here we go. We got Signs playing the other D with Bomer. Signs walks to the center, shot, loose, and goalie covers. All right, we've got Gentner going off, Wolf coming on. Signs will move up to play forward. If they don't win this, it's still, like I said, great experience. Compuware is a great team. Great experience to get a kind of a 6-on-3 opportunity like this at the end of a big game. Nice shot there from Wolf. Goalie grabbed it with his glove. Face-off penalty. We'll have Signs take the face-off instead. Face-off win to Toledo. Another save from the goalie. 33 seconds left. Russo's got it. Quick shot. That's a goal. All right, one down. One more to go. All right, now we'll be at 6-on-4. All right, forget forgot to put that goal from Compuware up earlier. All right, we got a 1-2 game right now. We've got Harris back in net, kind of halfway. We're going to try to win the face-off and get it deep. Then we'll pull him off and get our extra skater out. Oh. Goes out of play. All right. Oh, now we've got Compuware with a timeout. I thought they had called it already, but maybe not. Maybe that was just when they got their bench penalty. I can almost promise you, I mean, unless Compuware has a great shot, that they will not shoot. They'll try to keep possession of it, pass it if they can. Otherwise, they'll either get it deep or kind of hug it along the boards and try to keep it hemmed into the boards to try to kill time. That's where these face-off wins are so important. You know, if you can get possession off the face-off, it can, especially when you're on a power play like this, it definitely can set you up to take it down the ice.
Easy, Bob. Easy.
So we've got 5-on-4 right now with Harris and net. If we're able to win face-off, we'll, as soon as we get it out of our zone, Harris will start heading off. All right, we've got Bomer and Hubbard at D. We've got Myers, Science, Russo up front. Face-off win to Bomer. He's going to send it wide to Russo. Get it into the zone. Harris is coming off. Quick shot goes high. We've got our extra skater. And we're going to get hemmed up against the boards. That's going to be a win for Compuware. Nice effort from Toledo, though. Oh, we get some pushing after the game. Really great competition. The difference was, I think, that just that first goal off the face-off in the first period. All right, we are done for today. We'll be heading home, relaxing. I think we play next weekend. I don't know. It's hard to keep track of my life sometimes. So we'll see you guys later.